Today, we make an important step towards zero poverty in pursuing inclusive development and a shared prosperity. This policy symposium is the culminating event of a series of workshops of the Asian Institute of Management Roehlano Navarro Policy Center for Competitiveness, the United Nations Development Program, and the National Economic Development Authority.
I am very pleased to welcome all of you to the culminating event of the Poverty Reduction Workshop Series, which bears the theme towards zero poverty, pursuing inclusive development and shared prosperity. We are gathered here today to discuss and identify some of the key challenges that we need to aggressively address in order to accelerate and sustain poverty reduction efforts in the Philippines.
Statistics tell us that about 1 out of every 5 Filipino families is poor. 20.9 is the statistic. This also tells us that 4 out of 5 are not. And therefore, we only need 1 out of those 4 who are not poor to adopt one poor family, to share and care, help nurture them sustainably out of poverty. As the saying goes, teach them to fish, not just give them a fish.
Manufacturing is important. Industrialization is important. So food sufficiency for one. You might ask me what level of rice sufficiency we should have. For me, today we have now reached 96%.
Change is happening in the rice sector. Our farmers respond to what's happening around them. They respond to policy. They respond to the incentives that they face. They respond to the conditions they find themselves in.
We should not move forward if inclusive growth is not at the center of all of the policies that we are trying to push in our country.
I often try to say that we have not been aiming as a department to address equality of income. What we're trying to do is to give the marginalized, the poor, the disadvantaged, a fighting chance. Equality is very difficult for us to address, but we are gunning for equity.
We know now that the percentage of subsistence poor, or what we call the extremely poor, in the population decreased slightly from 10.9% in 2009, and the last figure is 10.5.
Fairly recently, rice farmers have been getting it pretty good. Last 2014, they enjoyed the highest farm gate prices, palay prices, 20 pesos per kilogram.
Yeah, I hope the researchers and economists who are here could come and join us. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
I asked the organizers, why do we keep aiming for zero poverty, zero waste, zero emissions, zero everything? Parang it seems like we're setting ourselves up to failure. But the more I listen to the studies and the discussions, the more I realize we really cannot aim for anything less than zero poverty. I think that has to be the objective, and we have to do everything we can to try to get there.
We hope that the research that has been made and that has been presented, the thoughts that have been shared and that have been discussed, to be captured in a report that we will submit to NEDA, will indeed contribute to the structural transformation sought and required to achieve the goal related to poverty. And we very much look forward to continue the partnership in the quest towards zero poverty here in the Philippines.
In the end, I believe that with caring and sharing, zero poverty and shared prosperity need not be just a dream.